This conference will now be recorded.
Good afternoon all. Welcome back for the afternoon session on this FDP, Innovative Technologies in Civil Engineering and Applications, ITCA 2020. It's a great privilege for us to have Dr. M.V. RaviBabu sir, Associate Professor from National Institute of Rural Development and Panchayat Raj. Sir is here to develop an interesting lecture on geospatial technologies in rural development. So on behalf of St. Peter's College of Engineering and on behalf of our civil department, we welcome you, sir. I request Ravi Teja, sir, our co-convener, to introduce about the speaker.
Thank you, madam. Good afternoon, one and all. Welcome back to our afternoon session on online FDP program on innovative technologies in civil engineering and its applications. It's a great pleasure for me to introduce our speaker, Dr. RaviBabu Mandala, who is currently working as an associate professor in Center for Geoinformatics Application in Rural Development, National Institute of Rural Development and Panchayat Raj, and Ministry of Rural Development, Government of India, Hyderabad. Prior his joining at National Institute of Rural Development and Panchayat Raj, he has served about 7 years as professor and former chair, School of Civil Engineering, VIT University at Vellore. He received MTech in remote sensing from Birla Institute of Technology, Mirza Ranchi in 2003. And PhD in civil engineering, specialization is geometric engineering from Indian Institute of Technology, Roorkee in 2008. After his doctoral degree, he went for postdoctoral research at Monash University, Melbourne during 2008 to 2009. He is a recipient of Endeavour Research Award from Australian government. And earlier, he worked in AP Forest Academy, Institute Fellow and Research Associate at IIT Roorkee, and freelance geospatial consultant. His area of research includes geomatics application for sustainable resource rural development, and moreover, he guided 40 MTech and 3 PhD theses, one from IIT Roorkee and 2 from VIT University, and one is ongoing, one PhD student from NIT Warangal also. And he got various awards, which includes MHRD Institute Fellowship for Doctoral Research, Endeavour Award for Doctoral, and ALE Netherlands CSIR DST Young Scientist Awards for both project and travel grants. And he received research award every year from 2009 to 2010 from VIT University for his publication and projects. So far, he has published around 150 research papers, which includes national and international journals and conferences. The book chapters and 2 books are also published. And also he has an editorial board member and reviewer of reputed international journals. And he's also served as examiner of MTech thesis for Central Agriculture University, Meghalaya, and NIT Warangal, and Bangalore University, and SV University. And also he served PhD examiner for Royal Melbourne University of Technology and Monash University at Australia and Andhra University. And next, if we see, he has a fellowship in institutions of engineering, India, life member of ISRS, ISG, and IWRD and INCA. Currently, he is handling Ministry of Rural Development projects such as PMGSY road monitoring, establishing CGARD center at various countries in Africa by MEA, and ABIP by Uttarakhand government as a team member, and AVIRIS project from SAC and ISRO as PI. In our today's session, Sir is going to share his knowledge on geospatial technologies in rural development. And thank you, sir, for accepting us for our FDP, and thank you for giving this opportunity. Today, now I'm handovering our session to our speaker, Dr.
Yeah, so good afternoon. Thank you for introducing. Anyone confirm my voice is fine?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you, ma'am. And thank you, Raviteja, for briefing my profile. Thank you, Gajendra, to giving opportunity. And geospatial technology, many of you handling in the majority wise. And my lecture is basically I'm trying to take you your core civil engineering towards other sector, especially in rural development, where I am working right now. And there are a lot of scopes, in fact, this civil engineering point of view. And I understand that I have gone through all the participants list. So most of the faculty and other institutions, senior fellows also is there. So maybe we are very much concentrated as a civil engineers for the construction management concern and the structures point of view. And there is a one more chance, like one more area people can concentrate. So that is the intention I used to promote our rural development aspects. There is a lot of scope, in fact, and in this area. So that is the intention. I'm trying to give you some feedbacks. I mean, what is the chances, what are the challenges, and how you can try to tap it, and where you can get the lot of data related to rural development. Okay, so I have one hour probably. I will try to complete, then half an hour we'll have a discussion. Yeah. Yes, this is my institution. So where we are working, you can have a look into the leisurely when you get the time. So this is the National Institute of Rural Development. Previously, this institution called as NIRD. Later, the Panchayati Raj government also is a add-on, because both are working together. So we are working to the all the Panchayati level aspects. So and rural development, all the programs. So that is the reason National Institute of Rural Development and Panchayati Raj NIRD-PR is added. And we basically working with the Ministry of Rural Development. It is coming under Ministry of Rural Development. Now Panchayati Raj also is added. So we are working for the, if you just go through our website, and we basically work for the policy making and designing of the proposals, like any schemes development and training towards capacity building of the all the rural development programs, including flagship programs and Panchayati Raj institutions. So we used to primarily working for the trainings. So government is directing us to give any new schemes or developed schemes is required to promote anything immediately. So we used to work quickly to the grassroots level. So we are giving all the training to the, you can say, administrators to the Panchayati Raj. The last element of the village is a panchayat. So from there we are giving, and we have a hierarchy system, in fact. And this is the one institution in India, especially in Hyderabad. We have. It was in 1956. In fact, it was started in Mussoorie, and they relocated to Hyderabad. And we have one more Northeast center, and we are coming out a couple of centers with the merging of other institutions. So we like capacity building, and we are also strengthening the institutions. So all State Institute of Rural Development are connecting to us. So whatever we are trying to give the training, we are immediately contacting and linking with the State Institute of Rural Development. Then under them, there is a like extension training institutions or regional training centers. So likewise, we are immediately penetrating all the training programs and the capacity building, or you can say awareness creations, whatever it is you can call. So all things we are immediately promoting in this hierarchy. Of course. Okay, so probably some of you already visited the center, but still those who are not done, kindly look into website and try to make a visit along with your students. I will let you know the what things exactly students can come and see and trying to contribute towards in this rural development. So we have a 6 schools, and as I told you, this is not a TP education institution, even though it makes in the that flavor, and it's basically purely is working for the Ministry of Rural Development. But we have 6 schools: School of Development Studies, Social Justice, where social issues and development studies is happening; School of Local Governance, creating a local government issues and policy making and a public policy and good governance point of view, like what kind of ration systems, all those things people are keenly monitoring is, and government, if any scheme is introducing, we used to monitor them and see the feedback and provide to them any changes is required. We used to provide the our inputs. And School of Livelihoods and Infrastructure, what kind of livelihood programs can be uh, incorporated and what kind of things can be newly designed in, if you take into the Manrega, MGNRG schemes, Awas Yojana, all these things we are evaluating, and we are giving the all the feedbacks, and if any new things are coming, so we are also checking those things. And infrastructure kind of rural infrastructure promotions, and the School of Science, Technology and Knowledge System, where I am coming from the center, and each center is having different centers, and we are from the one center. So Center for Geoinformatics Application to Rural Development is, whereas we used to call it as the CGARD Center. And the School of Sustainable Development, we are making the sustainable development goals towards the sustainable rural development point of view. And we have a disaster management center as well. So how the disaster management precautionary, make sure the things at panchayati level or village level. So we are trying to do those things. And we have a professional center, IT, say information technology, CDC, all those centers are there. Total 24 centers exist. Kindly go to the website, you will get some more information. And recently, I mean, it's not recently, it's a long back, I mean, a couple of 5 years before. And people, it is like they observe that Government of India understand that rural professional community. So those who want to work towards rural areas, and everybody want to work into the IT because of their comfortness and white collar, all those things. Nobody want to work into the rural point of view. So they identify some gaps. Yes, we need to introduce some of the courses where serious committed youngsters, young professionals can be created. So in that point of view, NIRDPR has started the rural development diploma course, rural management course, PGD or DRDM. So it is a 2 years course of approved by the AICT, and and at the same time 1 year course also is there for the students. So here we are teaching entire rural development foundation to the advanced level technology. What are the foundation courses, what are the flagship program it is happening, so that almost all 100% placement is there. They used to go to the rural flagship programs, you can say DDU-GKY, MGNRG schemes, all the states, in fact state resource centers, they used to recruit. Initially they may not get a good salary, maybe 40,000 starting, so but later they used to get a very good knowledge, and they can convert as a even administrators also. So this is how the course is trying to do that. Apart from that, we have a distance education courses also. A couple of them, like 3-4 courses we are offering, and which one our center is offering PG diploma, uh, in geospatial technology for the rural development, especially PGD GARD. So there, that is also 1.5 year. So it is AICT again approved recently. And apart from that, since our center focus, if I just introduce, and we are also given the started the Seaguard Center. Seaguard is a more prestigious center, I can say. It's a well serving center into the rural point of view. So we have started into the Northeast Center, one center, and Gujarat with the State Institution of Rural Development, and apart Andhra Pradesh also we started one, and Orissa, and Maharashtra, Tamil Nadu, Kerala, and Bangladesh. Apart from that, under collaboration, Indo-African MOU, Ministry of External Affairs also is provided the platform for us, a chance to us to establish the about 5 Seaguard centers in African country. So we used to find out the good location and with the ministry of the local ministries, and we are establishing complete center. And about 3 years we are hand holding and we are completely guiding from here. We used to go and create the kind of training, adapting this technology to their policy makings or useful for the decision concerns. So we started in one in the Madagascar. So this is the picture when the our president and their president, Madagascar president, came and inaugurated. The center is at Madagascar, and this is now 2 years or so. One more year we are trying to handhold. Then government, local government will take another 4. We are yet to be start. So probably neither one we already done the feasibility study, and 3 more we need to identify the in African countries. So this is all about international centers where we are trying to do the Seaguard specialized centers in other countries. And of course, Serelab we have in Bangladesh. We also executing from here, and our some couple of scientists we are recruiting from India, and remaining all we are recruiting from their country. So that 2 years, 3 years they used to give the full support and come back to the India. Okay, so the slide movement is very slow here. It's okay. I will try to manage. Yeah, so moving. So other rest of projects were what we are doing is other APIB. Just now, Ravi Teja is told that watershed planning. Any specific projects requested by the other state governments and the Ministry of Rural Development, other ministry, we used to do that. And these are the couple of projects we completed, and the rest of still it is happening ongoing. So if I take into the opportunity concerns, so there is a huge opportunities you can tap, in fact, rural development point of view. Look into the budget before Corona. So after Corona, I mean, during the Corona, they included some more budget to the rural development point of view, especially for the GNREG. But if you look into the both, I can consider here is I have included these two like agriculture as well, because it is coming into the most into the rural. So 2.88 lakhs crores is provided for the last budget, in which these are the targets I aimed. If you look into these things, can you see the NABARD? They want to map and geotag all the warehouses and cold storage for the storing. If you see into the Telangana recently, a lot of hydro projects, I mean irrigation projects, due to that so much yield is came. So they want to store properly. So NABARD also looking that if somebody is going to produce the huge amount of food grains, so how they have to maintain. So geospatial technologies are playing a very, very crucial role here. And zero budgeting farming is one of the things, and where civil engineering, especially these people can concentrate here as irrigation point of view and agriculture point of view. And fish production cases also, of course, it maybe looks like a fishery, but civil engineering role also it's coming in directly. So like agriculture credit availability, so much these are the budget they split it. And mostly I can say every places the geospatial technology role is very, very crucial. I can say civil engineering role is very, very important. So that's what there is a good possibility to tap this budget towards writing a proposal or giving some ideas to the ministry. So definitely you can try to get into that. Yeah. It is a little bit, yeah. So we have another ongoing project. If I just want to discuss geospatial based PMGIS road monitoring. Now we are doing entire uh, India, and along with the NRSA. So we are doing about the 14 states, and NRSA also is doing 14 states. So we are trying to see all the already work done. So if you want to verify as a third party whether that road is properly, it's not like a quality right now, but the length properly as per the DPR, detailed project report, whatever they uploaded into the ministry, whether they have done properly or not. So we are trying to see using remote sensing technology or spatial technology, you can say, and the satellite, we are using satellite and trying to see whether it is as per DP or not. Any deviation more than some percent, so government is going to trying to take a action. So that is the thing. And keeping in that, one more project we are doing in the AP government, all the AP government CC roads. So we are trying to see the third party evaluation as a quality checking. So we finished almost that work, entire CC roads as a random sample we have done. So here what we are trying to do, yeah. So we must actually PMGSL, all PMGSY engineers, they need to upload their proposals uh, with coming, I mean, this March onwards, entire GIS layers. So all the engineers, they should understand, they should know how to geotag it and how to, you can say, GIS layering all those information. And for this, the PM rural road work and PMGSY engineers, entire India, we are given a training for them about 5 days to enable geospatial technology, especially in the geotagging point of view and the GS layer creations and all these aspects. We are given training. Now they are ready to upload all those information. They are taking the information, they are trying to edit and do the processing and trying to upload in their proposals. So this we are almost given program, I mean all the states of the rural road engineers as well as the PMGS engineers. So what we are trying to see, we are trying to take the WOMAS data online monitoring system they have, PMGS. So this is the example I'm saying. It's not like looks like. I mean, this is how we are done. Suppose A to B is that they have done the road, and so we are checking the satellite data in 2015. In fact, it happened after 2015. I mean 13. So if you see the white patches and here is a black top road is clearly visible, and we are also checking the satellite data. Any CC road is happened or what BT road it is happened and how much culvert they made it, and all the information we are trying to see. You know what happened sometimes these roads is a tricky. In fact, they have given this information. Suppose same road, they are claiming other programs also. Suppose what is happening before geotagging. So once this technology is introduced and drastically used in this flagship programs, the transparency is increased, accountability is matters. So these two can be very highly visible. In fact, how can we say that? Suppose in road, in DPR previously what they used to write, RaviBabu house to Raja house, okay, in one project. So these many kilometers via so XYZ house they used to write. Now it is not like that. They need to take a geotagging like XYZ. When I'm calling as a geotagging, when you take the photograph along with the photo geo information, that means XYZ in the photograph, that you can't change. This XYZ using GPS, you are going to get it. That it is not possible to edit it. So including time. So you are taking one point A, point to B via B and C. You are taking a proposal. It is happening. And other project previously, what people used to do. So same road they are sanctioned. They are taking other funding. Raja house to, I mean, same RaviBabu house to Ram house. So previous other project they are showing Ram house to RaviBabu house. No, so same thing they are going to show that now it is not possible because of latitude, longitude, geotagging concept, and all this database is well available to the administrators, and they used to verify with the Google. So we are trying to enable them into the even the funding sanction authority people to verify all these things. So in that way, it is getting a transparency, some accountability also is gets matters. So this is how we used to calculate, and we are giving tabular form to them so that they used to get it. Whatever the programs, in fact, in the rural development point of view, if we create it, and it should be reached at least one or two or one or so sustainable development goals. Of course, it is possible, and you are going to get it. You name it, either it may be MGNREG schemes or PMGSA scheme, or you name it Awas Yojana scheme, any one of this program, I mean, goal it is trying to achieve. Suppose if you take into the MGNREG scheme, and in fact, there is a tree plantation. Tree plantation, basically what they are doing, there are different way. One is a roadside avenue tree plantation. When they are roadside, they are planting the tree. One way, climatic point of view, roadside tree plantation, it is dust wise and all, they are protecting. At the same time, greenness is increasing. And some people are getting employability for maintaining all those things. That is the idea. But if you consider, if you're trying to look into the other direction, due to the green impact, getting into the more plantation, you are going to see carbon credits, so in that way, globally also, this program is going to conduct. Not only for this, and villages, they are giving mango tree plantation, and they are getting mangoes, the elevation is increased, they are getting food, and apart from that, environmental point of view, they are getting the carbon credit, so that in that way you are going to get it. But not only one sustainable development goal, you are getting more sustainable development goals. So that's what we need to see when the project is, the government also is designing, so they used to look into this point of view. And if you take into the MGNREG, many people are having, I mean, probably you have looked into that, you might be checked it, and you heard it, this program, and the geotagging of all assets is happened. In fact, double work is not happening, in fact, and the monitoring is very, very easy, and they are trying to evaluate very nicely with the transparency. And now fund allocation is very easily is happening, and they need no need to go to there, because every asset they are trying to geolocate, geotagged. So for example, I just want to show in the website itself. Can you look into the Bowen website? You just go to the Bowen website. I'm showing the link where you can go. Can you see the rural? Can anyone confirm my screen is visible, my all websites?
Your screen is seen, but not the website.
Okay, so I need to change anywhere?
I have to get into the website. We are not getting we are seeing only the screen.
Okay, okay, let me, yeah, I'm trying to pull out. I got it. You are able to see now?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, thank you so much. So here you can try to see now. I'm trying to show you. So just go to the rural point of view. You will get the groundwater and watershed and MGNREG. You click here. Once I click, you are getting this point of view, and or we can say, yeah, this one, MGNREG scheme. You can see, you can select what phase you want to check, what asset, whether it is there or not. Somebody is claiming, so I'm trying to show asset 2, which year you want. Let me take in 2003, and which district you want. I will take in anyone you can take Chhattisgarh, and district you want to take, and you can look into the any places, and what panchayat you want to just keep it, or you want all also you can try. And these are the different works it is happening. So I'll just keep everything. Let me see if I am able to get something. Sometimes because of internet you won't get it, but you can see the statistics, what are the works, what is the summary of the work, entire works you are getting that year, complete summary. Also you try to play these things. Okay, let me check with the other works, all category. Trying to get into here. No, okay, let me check. You please go through these things. Probably you'll get, I'll check the probably Kadapa. I will click into the budget. Just randomly you can click anything. All works. Just find out any places you are getting allocations. Okay, other works. Postal you won't get it. repair and maintenance. So previously I could able to see. Okay, let me check once again. Chitu. Okay. Okay, other works. Okay, I want all works. No number of points are fine. Okay, let me change the other point of view. These are all, in fact, completely geotagged. I'm sorry, so it is not. Let me check all the point or else. Okay, you can see these are the number of geotagged they have done. If you click any one of the asset, otherwise you just see you have a 1 point here. Just now I lost 1 point. You have to, because it's so many lakhs of data is included. Let me try one more time. Randomly I'm taking. So probably they have not updated. No point found. Let me try other works. Infrastructure. Generally watershed management they used to. So as soon as you clicked, maybe I will change the year. Okay. Andhra Pradesh, you just go to the Chittoor. Any area, just try. I'll keep all. It should pop up. Let me try. All works. In fact, you will get the all the photograph, all the information you will get it. So that's what I just want to show. Anyway, let me just give this some time. Meantime, we will just proceed the presentation. I'll keep over here. So is it visible, my presentation, right? Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I just want to minimize this. Yeah, so you will get like this. In fact, I will show them my screen. Meantime, you please just whenever you are free, just have a look into this. You will get like this, all the assets and how much works they have completed. Okay, and if you just click that, this is a roadside tree plantation. If you click that, entire like photograph will get it. Likewise, even Awas Yojana. And if you go to the website, Bhuvan website itself, like in that Awas Yojana, previously what happened, there is a lot of problem they used to do that. That Awas Yojana scheme, already house is there. So they gamble with the local people and they are taking a photograph and they are claiming that this fellow don't have a house. So they are showing the other scheme. So these things can be avoided, in fact. So now what happened in Awas Yojana, that they need to take a geotag photo up to basement level, one photograph, they will release the money. And like this, like table, that house foundation level you will see, and who sanctioned, who is the verifying authority, everything you will get it. Next level, about other 30% or 40%, they used to get into the slab level. Next third level, they used to get into the after slab. Like that, they used to release the money. In fact, that's what I'm saying, that the duplications is avoided. And somebody want to construct a house, applying the proposal, they need to send the all the geotagged locations. This is how place I need, but they can verify, they can't change, and they can easily identify these informations. So that's what geotagging is a getting very useful tool in the Ministry of Rural Development to avoid this duplicacy and making the transparency and looking into the accountability concerns. At the same time, we have done a small study in the MGNRG scheme in the Srikakulam district. So where we have done the geotagging of the all the tanks. These tanks are cleaned in the proper way, as well as this has been done by the Dan Foundation and GIZ. They have taken the task and they have provided as a third party evaluation how the impact is taking places. So we have done all the geotag, they have done all the tanks properly cleaned as well as before raining, and they have done the cascading pattern. So once the tank is filled, one tank, so they linked with the other tank, so automatically the water flows to the other directions. So likewise, it is a field. In fact, my job is to see whether it is really the spread area is happened, any desiltation is happened or not. And I was not there for the desiltation, but I need to see whether it is done or not. And at the same time, we need to see how the water storage is impacted for the surrounding catchment areas or not. So for that we have verified the taken the satellite data. We have done the some kind of indices like where the spread area can be seen. Of course, I have not done the depth. Okay, so I just have seen the spread area with the moisture content. It's well shown. The good results had shown that yes, desiltation due to the desiltation. So we have done it. Okay, so yeah, so due to the desiltation and how much greenery is increased. So I need to confirm it whether it is really what kind of greenery it is. This greenery is because of any plantation or not. What happened here around the all the tanks, surround the tanks, there is a lot of crops. They increase the double cropping system since water is available after rainy season in during summer. So they used to get the double cropping system. So this makes that like I can say through MGNRG works, not only desiltation of the tanks due to the tank desiltation, some groundwater is increased, then water is storage capacity is increased, that water is putting into the again useful for the double cropping. So farmer no need to migrate in these concerns. So they used to retain their villages. They have a proper doubling the money and they are getting it. They have a works. They need to go to the even MGNRG schemes also. So in that way, the new people will get the opportunity. So in that way, they used to doubling the system economy. So obviously the poverty levels trying to get it, they will be very happy in that concerns. So this is ultimate aim to the government also. They need to get into the move into the other directions, economic directions. So we have done entire study in the 6 months entire. I have taken complete before desiltation for 3 years. How it is changing the water level, really it is happened or not, and spread air level, spread area level, then how the vegetation is taking places. So we have done downloaded the satellite data, we have applied, and we have done this image processing, all those things. But later we realized that we have written a program with my scholar who is working in this project. So he has written a code using Google Earth. It is absolutely open source. You can write if you are good into the program. Simply, I need to select the water tank. So I no need to download the data. Whatever data you have into the repository in the cloud platform, it will download and you will keep, and the algorithm you can mention it. Automatically, the outcome you will get like this. So this is a way the water bodies increased the lake mean value. In fact, each tank, I can say lake means a tank here. So how they increase. Likewise, month wise we have checked it. So this program will give you simply within 2 minutes you will get the any tank in any places. In fact, so that program is helpful. So this we published entire work into the with the help of GIZ and NIRD publications and the book point of view. So somebody is interested, I can readily I can send by e-copy. Okay. And we have one more center called RTP, Rural Technology Park, where innovation technologies, in fact. So I request all of our scholars and people can come and visit these kind of things. So we are exhibiting and promoting rural material point of view, construction point of view, technology point of view, how different, because we have about 19 agroclimatic zones, and our India is a very diverse climatology and topography where it is located. And you can't use the same material in the northeast where you are constructing the south. So how can you make them as a zero cost and low cost and no cost? This is a very important for the civil engineering point of view, low cost and no cost. So this is very important. See, I want to construct something else like a building. I want to carry the material which is not available some northeast area. You are taking the material from the south. The cost is increasing. But can you think the technology, the more sustainability way, more resistancy, or you can apply your all civil engineering characteristics can be sustained as per their sustainable conditions with their local material. So that is a low cost, and low cost is getting point of view. So can you design in that way? Can you make the material? So material science is getting very much into the construction point of view. So that way, if you think, it is a really good, in fact. And if you take the Northeast, even steep Himalayas regions also, road is a big issue constructing. So what kind of material you are trying to do that? So a rainy season, it will washed away. So what way the design and what way our material can be retained, those things. So that is also very important. So someone can give the good technology ideology for this kind of thing. And we are also, this technology center, we are also giving the designing the material where the greenhouse component concern. And our DG bungalow completely designed and constructed in our campus with the RTP, and we achieved so many awards for that. And you have a green building concepts also, it is implemented. And the material, which it is not burn, in fact it is a half, it's not even burn, it's a light burn. And because of that, your resistance will be happy, but it is little bit weight, but still it will be very good for the environmental concern and sustainable point advice. And you can continue for the carbon credit point of view, environmental aspects. And other mission in rural development point of view is the one mission Antyodaya. Go to the website as a mission Antyodaya and look around it, you will get an excellent data set. And there is a lot of data, you will get it. Try to look into that, is absolutely free. You can simply register, otherwise also you can access it. You look into that, apply for analytics, apply for the any point of view. This will give you the gaps, which village is having what facilities not there. So like that, this data is trying to get into that. Of course, as a GPDP, both of them is almost similar. The mission Antyodaya is a data collection and up to village level. So we have SCC data, but this is up to village level. So Gram Panchayati development plan also, previously what happened, this plan, Gram Panchayati plan, people used to sit one or two or big shots, or they will call, but now the Gram Panchayati plan is completely changed. All the 29 departments, I can say all the civil engineers, I can say all the electrical people, all the department people need to be assembled, need to be attend the Gram Sabha. In the Gram Sabha, they need to prioritize, they need to list out what the work is required for them. So for these concerns, we have given the training to the Gram Panchayat secretary level, village pradhan level, I can say in Hindi they used to call. We are enabling GIS, so they used to do a complete GIS database. And in that village, what are the different resources they have, and what are the facilities they have. So they have some money, but with that money they can't get the facility. Suppose they want some medical facility, that is not possible. So here what is happening in the GP level, Gram Panchayat level, maybe 3-4 villages, they come together, they are establishing the center point in the medical facility. They can propose like that, they can pull it all the budget likewise. And they used to find out any common checkpoints, check dams, all the information they used to do. Now they are prioritizing, they need to upload to the website, and the government will decide based on the budget allocation. And now these days, budget allocation is not a big issue, and so much amount is pumping towards panchayat, and so much budget is pumping to the villages. And not one scheme, please remember, there is a lot of schemes are getting, but only thing is we need to get a proper idea, proper proposal into these concerns. So I request, even wherever I go to the students also, kindly go to the villages. Whenever the Gram Panchayat plan, Gram Sabha is there, please be participate. Just listen what they are planning. If you want, you can give the idea also. So this is a very important. When I have conducted a Gram Sabha in Meghalaya, I'm a Meghalaya State Link Officer. So I have conducted a Gram Sabha. I requested my people just bring all the students, at least 3-4 students from the class school level, like high school level. So 8th class, 7th class, and 9th class, 10th class people came and sit in the Gram Sabha. They are listening what they are planning, because they are for the future. In the next generation they used to get, they also should think what facility they required for the long term. and sustainable pattern way. So that is the reason we are trying to pull all the people in this Gram Sabha and making. Government is clearly giving wonderful scheduling, wonderful schemes in this concern. So much plans they have done is a kind of the People's Plan campaign, October 2nd and the Gandhi Jayanti they used to do. And every government officer, they used to plan it and upload all this information at the Panchayat Raj institution levels. Also, they are taking into the concern. So please, this data is very well available. I will show you the website. Give me your time. Otherwise, I will just quickly show to that. So this database also is, you have a beautifully, I mean, you can just take out this kind of information, GPDP, and hold on, I am just pulling my present, I mean, slides. Yeah. Can you see here? You just go to the Gram Sabha, I mean, GPDP website directly. This is the GPDP Gram Panchayat Development Plan campaign. You will get a lot of tools here, and you will get a lot of information. Gram Sabha images you have, which Gram Sabha they have done, what is the plans they have uploaded, what is there in the plan. So NIC is giving all the kind of analytics they used to. Even if you are interested, you can also try to do, see the statistics, analytical report, and the campaign reports, what they have done, all these photographs. And from not only from here, you can also see the each Gram's Panchayat level Plan Plus, Action Soft, and the Priya Soft is there. I already opened some of them. So this is strengthening the accounts. So which village, what kind of amount they sanction, you can pull it here. Can you see here in 2015 how much budget is allocated? I already just clicked on Andhra Pradesh. You can just look into that. What program for that? What is the revenue? See, can you see the receipt, payment, everything? That's what I'm saying. Every data is very much available. Only thing is you need to play with them. So own resources, that state wise, in the own resources, like how much they spent. Okay, the amounts, the clarity is very. Krishna district, they spend much more. So see the district wise how they split it, what purpose they split it. Likewise, you can see, and the PFMSC public funds financial management system, government is insisted now they need to transfer entire money, not check on all the assets in this system. So which state has implemented? See, 100% Karnataka, all the institution, all the money. So it is not directly going to the bank, they are directly taking into the system. So likewise, you can just look into the Action Soft and Priya Soft, all the information you will simply grab this. See the Plan Plus, what state is planned for which applications you are trying to understand. So what purpose the money is allocated for, how much, you can try to look into here, state wise focus areas concerned. So each state, so they can just pulled out, and you can just trying to open this data set and look into that. That's what, so much data is very much is available. Let me just quickly, let me try if it is data is available over here. And state wise focus area report, what state is meant for incompleted reply. So please check it out. I'm sure data is very much available. If not, you can contact and mention the purpose you are working for this kind of planning and you want to improve any analytical things, definitely they will provide it. Okay, so this is how you can grab these so much data sets, in fact. And yeah, so just a minute, I'll just go to the presentation mode. Yeah, so that's what, so GPDP, so much data is there under Plan Plus and other resources point of view. And this other area people also can think urban mission in other terms. Previously, it was started with the Abdul Kalam Dream Project as a Pura. Now it is renamed as a Sham Prakash Mukherjee Urban Mission, where they want to make the rural area into the urban flavor, urban amenities. So here also a lot of opportunities there. So much money is there, and models need to be developed. Kindly look into that. Somebody is researchers or you want to do any PhD. This is an excellent area where you can see the indices. Urban indices. You can develop it. So some different kind of frameworks can be done. So go to the website, you will get some good idea. Then you can look into that. So this is other area. So what is the basic challenge here is land topography, land use, and climatology. You need to think and environmental point of view and people. So we don't have a, in fact, land information system. So that is trying to do now with the Modi. I'm going to come into the next slides. We don't have a proper land information system that need to be come into the around. So that's what the people, activities, and land should be all the linked, and a grassroots level training is very much in interest required. That's what we are trying to give into the them. Still, there is a lot of challenges in this concerns. In fact, boundaries are not proper. Boundaries, I mean to say the village boundaries. There are two kind of boundaries people used to do that. One is the cadastral boundaries from the village or from the revenue, or another thing is another boundary is the Survey of India boundary. So they never sit together, in fact, and it is a very right time to update this information. And the land use database at the village level, it's not done so far. Of course, it's very detailed. I need to have a more scaling if I talk about this. So then use of spatial technology, people now it started, we are promoting, and we are also trying to offer this kind of courses, web page. We are very soon, we are designing now. And the Gram Swaraj, we have a website called Gram Swaraj in our website. So you can do this online course also, this kind of certificate course to enable this technology for the Gram Panchayat, because it is difficult to us to go and do that self-study course. We are trying to do that, and spatial resolution concern high data need to be done. But of course, India ISRO is trying to do very good data set, but still it is. And agroclimatic based planning is very, very important. As I told you, low cost, no cost material, you need to consider not only for that, any model which you are trying to develop, you need to consider, you need to keep in mind that agroclimatic zones to be considered, and the sensors drone technology need to be adapted. Of course we are getting it, but still it is very much required. Sensor technology is very much required for the irrigation, proper irrigation management. And since so much climatology changes, climatic variations are there, we need to have a proper accurate data set, then only we can estimate it. And the sustainable livelihood security indexes based planning for the urban, I can say, not only for that, village level planning also, sustainable livelihood index, security index need to be considered. And low cost, no cost, as I told you, for the sustainable development, we need to think what kind of material we need to adapt. Those information also is very important. If I put into the migrants concerns, now if you take into the at this situation as a COVID, of course we are conducting all these things due to the COVID, sitting somewhere else and sharing all the knowledge. And Gram Panchayat wise, have you seen these days is a lot of panic, in fact, for the, because the database is missing, the migrants database is missing. If we could able to tap this village level migrants database from my village, how many people went to where for what purpose. At the same time, labor inventory also is very important for cities, towns, for which place people came for what purpose. So if company people or any local government people need to be maintain this inventory, so these kind of estimation, these kind of pandemic, if things are happening future, we can estimate and predict the economy, how much money is required to tap and grab from where some any fundings. So at the same time, it is a very easy, or it is a very like planning can be done for the relocate them to their places. So this kind of information also is very important. Definitely we are trying to do those things. And drones are of course is playing a very good role these days. So it is going to be good technology, in fact, and it is solving a lot of problem under this Swamitwa Yojana. So on Panchayati Raj Divas, Panchayati Raj Day, Prime Minister was launched recently. So all the villages they want to update, they are going to scan all the maps and village maps especially. They're trying to see, they're trying to like mapping entire buildings, plots, farms, everything at least village level. So this is just imagine India area wise. And if you're trying to adapt this technology and promote very good models, any hurdles is there, you do some kind of research and quickly develop a model, and using drones and all, it is a wonderful. And the Survey of India is doing this kind of studies, and ultimately this is a one place where they can get to settle the property disputes and in rural areas, and streaming revenue collection planning. And you don't need to go to the field. In fact, you don't need to walk through the villages. Once you have a three-dimensional scanned data set with you, the revenue collection and all the property estimation can be at your desktop. So this is well proved technologies in other countries, but we are trying to do now, because since we have a very big country, we need to do that. So as I told you, so data is very important. The data is very much available rural development point of view. In satellite data, every 10 days and every 16 days is available. Probably some of you know that there is a earthexplorer.usgs.in. I will just quickly show to them. So from there, you will get the satellite data. Rural development point of view, you'll get the satellite data sets. You have so much data is available. Try to identify for what purpose you require. Then you have so much open source access. You have these days, you no need to spend a much money, in fact, for any software, if I'm not wrong. So we as a rural development sectors, so we never teach commercial softwares, because rural people cannot buy, in fact. So we are teaching completely open, so open access like a QGIS, all those things we are promoting, and we are training to the all the people in this point of view. So I will show you the some of them. Then learning this technology is much more easy. So that's what I humbly request all the faculty, other institutions. Geospatial is an add-on. In fact, please make sure the your students, especially for civil engineer, and the survey is a very, very important. And surveying, along with the surveying, geospatial learning, geospatial should be as a part of the good curriculum. They need to get into that. They will get a good chances. So we sometimes we won't get the good students also, civil engineering background with the GS and all. So try to train them properly. And these days learning is very easy, because you have a lot of material, a lot of videos, so much webinars are there. Very, very easily they can learn. Only thing is we need to have an interest and a proper time management. This you try to please look into that. And thank you for spending time. So let me quickly show some of the websites as well, where you can try to use them for the like maybe previous my presentation also I used to show these things. And can you see in the Bhuvan website, you can get the satellite data over here. But only thing is, of course, you need to register. In fact, you have to register with this website, because they need to know the authentications who is downloading. Like this, you can just go to the website and you can get that these are the satellites data is much more available. Very, very, if you want to this site tile, you can download what data it is required, what exactly this you want about this data set. You want to any specific theme wise, any digital elevation model or any climatic information also you'll get it. Ocean science concerns, satellite based, you'll get any cartosat data set also will get it. A digital elevation for watershed analysis, all those things will get it. So likewise, you can these days, as I told you, and data is very absolutely free. You can just interactive tool and start. You have to register. I want this data set. You just zoom here, you'll get it. So like this, you can download and play with that. And of course, softwares are absolutely free. As I was mentioned, you can see the software QGIS. This is the one very popular and very open. I mean, open source software. Kindly always download this standalone version, and you will have all the documents and videos to learn about this. You will get all the versions, Mac version or Linux version, whatnot. You will get everything. And you want to do some kind of development, of course you can donate it. You can donate very free of cost. You can just, they will keep you acknowledgement, all those things. And there is one more website like other data set is a mostly project based purpose. They used to do these things. And this is a like a website. Maybe those who are working in a GIS, they know these sites, but those who are new to this technology, or of course many people knows, but they are not using this. So I request many applications try to use it. So suppose I want to download this data set Nagpur. So let me just come back. It's very user friendly and nothing. So you want to know anything, just type into the Google how to download Earth Explorer satellite data. It's the United States of Geological Survey they used to maintain. Go to the data set and you have a very most popular satellite like Landsat. You can just get into this. You can click here, you will get the, or you want L1 data sets. Okay, so you want to know about the satellite data, you simply click. You will let you the complete information, what satellite data it is, the complete sensor parameters also. If somebody want to work beyond the uh, things they want to, so just click here. You will get a very good satellite data here. Even Sentinel is there, and today is 1st May, sorry, 1st June. You can see 27th May already satellite passed. Okay, let me check here. Yeah, this is a, okay, it is covering almost, yeah, this is a better. So 18th May. So after every 16th, you will get, every 16 days you will get the data. So you can say this is another data, same data you are going to get the same scene. So likewise, every 16 you are getting this kind of data sets. I'm sure you can see, you can do some kind of agriculture application also. It's a reasonably good data set for the many applications. So likewise, you try to do these informations, and rural development point of view, as I told you, so much data is much available. You can play with them. You can try to do that. You can do that. And there is Jal Shakti Abhiyan, they recently started, and government also want to increase the groundwater potential in the village level and proper watershed management strategies also. So thank you very much for spending time. So I hope I finished on right time. So I'm ready to give you any feedback or any queries required, or any other information also is required. Yeah, thank you so much.
Thank you very much, sir. Really, it's a very useful session for us because getting into this geospatial technologies, because we are all from several disciplines, getting into this is really new for us, and it's essential also for us to explore to this technology nowadays. Can you give a brief how this training will be given for the students in your sector, or how could the students will be able to apply for this training?
Okay, so in fact, as I told you, this is not academic institution. We are mostly giving training to the all the employees, government employees, especially from the administrator to the grassroots level, last milestone village level panchayat secretaries, all the BDOs, planning, all the. But for student point of view, we have a PG diploma course, 1.5 year AICTE approved course, and we are going to start one more certificate course very soon, self-learning course. And otherwise they can come for the internship. In fact, it depends on the centers. They need no need to work for the geospatial. Okay, so they can work for the gender sensitization. They can work for the policy. We have a lot of centers, as I mentioned, 26 centers, 24 centers. They can visit any of them and they can interact with them. So that is the reason I request the faculty, or to get this kind of motivation toward this sector, please bring your student and go to the RTP. There is a Dr. Ramesh Shaktivel is a head of the department, our batchmate. So otherwise you write to me, email, I will just pass it to them. You make a half-day trip here. You visit the RTP and look around the centers. So they can come for the kind of internship, some good ideas, in fact. So this is how we used to, but our center is exclusive on the geospatial technology. We have around 80 80 employees, all scientists, those working on project mode. So those who are doing good performance in the project based, definitely we can encourage them next level. So likewise, for student point of view, they can get it. But the training point of view, yes, we are not doing in the training point of view in this institution. Usually we used to go to the states and do it. And now some programs, administrators are thinking, can we adapt or allow the students or faculty for this kind of program? So we are also thinking that, but it is not finalized. Like you people are doing what is that one program, Unnat Bharat Abhiyan. I hope some colleges are involving, but really they are not up to the marks. They don't know exactly what they are trying to do that kind of thing. Gram Panchayat development plan also, we are thinking to extend the training to the education institutions so that they can rope them into their local panchayat for the getting the data, make them to the trainers, and you people can be master trainers. That is not yet finalized. It is a discussion mode. Yeah.
Okay, sir. Then regarding the research proposal, what is the scope? Because here everyone is professors and associate professors. What is the scope of sending the proposals, or on what areas we could do, or how it will be done? Any brief could you give?
Yeah, research proposal concerns those who are from the different respective states. You have to, you know what happened? Ministry never asked directly proposals. Very rarely they used to ask the proposal. You please go through the Ministry of Rural Development website. Otherwise, from the NIRD concern. So we used to have a research proposal openings, but they don't take the outsiders. But what you have to do, you have to link with the SIRD. As I very initially, as I told you, we are all linked with the SIRD, so they can put the application to the NIRD. So it is like 10 lakhs or 20 lakhs they can put it, but you need to link with the State Institute of Rural Development. Suppose you are in Telangana, there is a Telangana State Institute of Rural Development, this part, and AP you have AP remote sensing, like AP Institute of Rural Development. They are under rural development point of view. From them, you have to discuss and write the proposal. Or any funding agency, this kind of rural point of view, definitely they will encourage. If you are making any development of new tool or new innovation technology concerns, definitely they will try to help in these concerns. Or DST special grants also they used to allow. But rural development ministry point of view, this is the way. So either you need to go to the SIRD, along with the SIRD, if you put into the application here, that can be easy to get into that. Yeah.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much, sir. Participants, if you have any clarifications, you can ask.
There is a chat room, 12 messages are there. I'm not sure, is it related to me or not?
No, sir.
GS and
I am
QGS.
just reading. They have given GS and QGS a wonderful topic. Teachers and students to learn more about the topics because it's used in student projects for water resource quality based.
Okay.
Sir, recently I have come across this, what is it, Giovanni. What is the difference between that Giovanni, Bhuvan, and Google Earth, all those things?
Giovanni, no, can you pronounce exactly? Is it Giovanni or what?
Giovanni is Giovanni, that has been done by NASA.
Okay. See, Google Earth is almost giving background satellite and visualization purpose, and you want to do any profiling also you can do it. Google Earth is just like our Bhuvan. So Bhuvan, what happened? ISRO is maintaining that, NRSA is right to get into all the information. Is it visible my presentation, right? Yeah. So can you see this Bhuvan? Bhuvan is having complete database of all the remote sensing or other platform, or a specialized platform or a geotagging platform, just like it's much more information rather our Google Earth. Google Earth is just like a visualization purpose, but here you will get a lot of things. Can you see here the open data? You will get it as I shown to you. You want to see Bhuvan as a 3-dimensional. You want to see climate and environmental data. You want to the thematic. Somebody is interested into the land use, land cover for the previous year. Yes, you can do that. Disaster management, I'm just clicking randomly. You can have a look into that. And you want to see the flood, you can just check it out, which area is getting a flood related, real-time flood monitoring. So these are all developed for our Indian context. But like Google Earth is entire data is they used to keep the satellite base, but it's not actual downloadable satellite information. Please remember. So these are all whatever the works ISRO has done. They used to do that historical flood. Somebody want to study, you can see up to 2019 is there. Somebody want to see as a student, see what I mean to say, student can look into this, ask him to write what is understanding, only flood, what information is there, what you understand the outcome. They can habitual to the browsing these kind of data. They will get adapt this kind of information. They are trying to understand these images. So in that way, if you train at least for the second year onwards, my point of view, once the core subjects, maybe second year, second semester, they finished, as soon as first semester they finish, try to introduce the remote sensing GIS and try to look into this kind of information. This is excellent data information is there. Let them analyze them. That's all. You have some seminar point of view. You have some internships. No need to send to the outside also. In fact, they ask them to sit in their labs and they can just explore this kind of information. See that different place in Bihar, again 2009, which villages this undulation is happened. I mean, what is that? You can overlay some lineaments are there, some geological point of view also you'll get, madam, here. So in that way, people can really look into that. Somebody want to see the geology. Can you see the Andhra Pradesh? You click the Andhra Pradesh portal is excellently they maintain. Of course, it's under Bhuvan only. You'll get all the lineaments, faults, is all very essential for the geological point of view, earthworks point of view. Can you see here geology and mines point of view, geomorphology information? Just ask them to see and understand these things. Once they trained at least themselves before coming out, I'm sure it is very good for them add on, and they can easily to grab some companies or I can say some institutions. Okay, going just rather these are all add-on tools in fact. So try to handle with them. So if you any institution is required around Hyderabad or even AP, and definitely we can assist you people to enable this kind of technology. Yeah, for your people, your students. Yeah.
Thank you very much, sir. One of our participants, professor, has asked a question. Does you have any software that gives the data about the soil?
You want the data about the soil? Can you see same website? Soil information, exactly what they are looking for. You can go to the land use land cover in the National Bureau of Soil Survey. They can get into that. You mean to say it's a free of cost you are looking for?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Okay, okay. So let me check any. I mean, I need to check whether it is NRSA is kept for that or not. But 1:50,000 you will get it, sir. But if you want to more detailed soil information, can you see agriculture and soil? Andhra Pradesh is given. Can you see 1:50,000? If I put into the 2012 cropland and erosion land and salt affected land, they kept it. At least some of them you can use that preliminary application point of view. Otherwise, you need to approach to the local department, agriculture department. You have to grab and acknowledge them. As soon as you say, I can definitely acknowledge you people, they may share definitely. But we have a long-term plan to keep all village level these kind of spatial data, but we are trying to work out it. So at least somebody academicians comes, we want to share that these kind of information. We are trying to do that, but getting soil information profiles in detail definitely is a field-based study. It is more expensive. That's what National Bureau of Soil Science they used to maintain these kind of data sets.
Thank you, sir. Thanks a lot.
Yeah.
Participants, if you have still any questions, you can unmute yourself and you can ask.
Yes, still I have 15 minutes time. It's no problem.
No, sir. I hope so. There is no other
Hello,
question.
sir.
Yeah, somebody is there. Yeah, yeah.
Yes, sir.
Sir. Sir, it was a good session, and as you suggested, we are taking RS and GIS, remote sensing and geographical information system, for the other departments actually. So actually, I'm from Vignam Bharati Institute of Technology, Hyderabad. So I was handling the subject RS and GIS for this semester.
No, other streams means what? Computer science you are taking?
Yes, sir. Computer science, it's an open elective. Them we are offered as an open elective to the other.
Why not you are civil engineering? Because civil engineering is very essential. They want to do anywhere. They need to understand this spatial technology, no?
As per the JNTU syllabus and as per their design, they have just given us the.
Yeah, I got it. But that's what my request is. Forget it about your preliminary or JNTU or whatever it is. But these are all add-on. Ask the student to learn at least by their internship or those who are sitting at homes. And if you want any training concerns, maybe 2 weeks or 3 weeks or 1 week, definitely we can come and assist you people. You know, it's very, very important. And we won't get the civil engineering background, GIS and remote sensing enabled student, unfortunately. We won't get the good candidate. Of course, we are taking allied. As you said, IT people are coming, you are giving IT people remote sensing GIS. They never understand the soil. They never study the soil characteristics, sir. And if I give any problem related agriculture, they can't understand it, but civilian can understand it.
Yes,
Because
sir.
they
That's
already
true, sir.
studied
Sir.
geology, engineering, geology, and soil mechanics. It is very easy to learn. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Try
Only the
to make
students
them interest.
are learning JS. Only they are learning the JS lab, sir. Sir, and there is another question, sir. Some of our students are undergoing internship from task on geo mapping. So, if they complete this internship, will it be helpful for joining any
No. Completing, see,
project?
in our sector, in our internship programs, I understand even from VIT also, they used to go to the internship. They never go to the site. They just shown this. These are the construction is happening. These are the design. You draw it and go and submit in your university. No, my intention is, as I mentioned, you no need to go to the outside. You make them into their lab. Ask them to explore software. There are videos. Try to get themselves in the software. At least QGIS. What is the satellite data? What exactly the fundamental, what is the data set, how to make them, that is enough, sir. If hands-on, if they could able to get it, that's fine. If they could able to, definitely they are very good. They can definitely pick. When they used to come here, we used to ask and we used to test in that way.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon, sir.
I am Dr. Narayan Sangam from Vignan Institute of Technology and Science.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
It was nice listening to you, sir. You are very vast.
Thank you.
You covered all the areas of civil engineering, especially how geospatial technologies are useful. You have included also geology, sir. I am basically from geology background.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was a very nice lecture, sir.
Thank
Yes,
you.
sir.
Thank you so much, sir.
If at all our students come to you, sir, if at all for any project, kindly acknowledge the help.
Definitely, sir. Definitely. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
Yes.
Kindly enable your student to learn and practice some software, open source. When they come
Yes,
here,
sir.
we can assign some task. What happened in
Yes.
project means they used to come in here. They're looking towards us. Sir, can you teach me? Can you tell me?
Yes.
So this is not the place I can teach them. That is the reason I
Yeah,
used to say to the students, kindly
yeah.
train as per the institution need so that they can come
Yeah.
here and jump into the project.
Yes. A
They
very
can
nice
feel it.
lecture, sir. Yes, sir.
Thank
Very
you.
nice
Thank you.
lecture, sir.
Thank you.
Still anyone
Still
is
we have
having
time?
queries or questions? Okay, sir. I think that's all.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. Really, we have provided a very useful information to all of us, and you have explored what are the opportunities we have in this geospatial technology. Thanks a lot, sir.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
Hope we
Bye
will.
bye. Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah. Thank you. Bye bye.
Bye, sir. Thank you, participants. Tomorrow morning by 10 o'clock, we will meet again. Thanks a lot.